It's 6:44, it's BFBS, the Forces Station. A Year 10 student from Richmond School has spent 4 days with the Army in York. Ellie Hughes got a glimpse of military life during a work experience placement at Queen Elizabeth Barracks, and Ellie has been telling me what that was like.
It was a really great experience, first of all. We literally lived in a military camp and we woke up very early, which isn't something I'd normally like to do. We did an assault course near the end of the week. We learnt how to march in the military, and we did almost team bonding and then activities, solve problems together. It was overall really good.
So when you got there, what were your first impressions of the camp?
Well, it was quite intimidating because I live obviously quite near Catterick and that is such a big camp. But actually being inside one, for the first time, it was, I didn't really know what to think.
So what was one of the first things that you did? Were you issued with kit when you got in there?
Yeah, so it felt like I was just wearing something so important. It felt like an honour.
So those activities, like you mentioned the assault course, just tell me about some of the obstacles and how difficult that was to do.
Well, there was monkey bars and everything. I loved the monkey bars. There was a 6-foot wall, which I very much struggled to get over. But as soon as I got over it, I was so happy, only after running into it once.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Great to do work experience over in York with the Army. Year 10 student from Richmond School, Ellie Hughes, here on BFBS, the Forces Station. It's 12 minutes past 8. It's BFBS, the Forces Station. A student from Richmond School and Sixth Form College has spent a week on work experience with the Army. Nathan Booth got a glimpse of military life during a job placement in York. The Year 10 pupil has been telling me more about what he got up to.
We did lots of marching and drills and things, and lots of waking up in the morning and things, but I quite like the routine and the food, absolutely. Bacon and eggs and beans and things every morning, which I'm not so used to, but that was really quite lovely.
So you got to do some drill. How was that? How did you find it?
I loved it. I like the order and the routine of things. You've got to focus on timing and things and listening, specific slight changes in what they're saying.
So what about some of the other activities that you did?
Well, we had this group task in which you had to build a kind of car thing out of what looks like really big Lego. There's lots of string and fixing things together with really comically large bolts, which we had to organise ourselves to, you're doing that, you're doing that, you're doing that, you get me that, and things like that. And we managed to do it quite well, I think.
And did a natural leader emerge out of the team, and did you organise yourselves well?
We did really organise ourselves quite well. Yeah, there were 2 or 3 people that would lead other people.
And then the assault course as well. Tell me a little bit about that and how you found it.
Oh, I loved the assault course. That was on the last day before we left. There was big trenches kind of things of water, and you had to jump into the water and then jump straight out, and then you run straight off to the next thing. And there was a 6-foot wall, which, I think I had an advantage because I'm 6 foot, so it was easier to get over than some people who ran straight into it.
So looking back over those 4 days then, what were the most testing moments? What were the difficult things?
Probably getting into a rhythm of different times that you have to be somewhere and when to get ready and when to do what. I think that I don't usually do. I'll stay in bed for about half an hour before getting up and getting breakfast, not even getting dressed or anything.
Whereas in that, you had a morning routine where you had to be up and ready and good to go, yeah?
Yeah, straight away. You had to be outside. Well, you had to wake up at 6 o'clock and outside by 7. So we had some time to sweep and mop the floors and get dressed and everyone get ready and make your beds.
And what about the most enjoyable thing? What was the best thing about the whole experience?
I really like the system of working together and organising yourselves and having people do different things but collectively. And
is this something that you would recommend to others if they got the chance to do it?
Absolutely, yeah. There's something in it for everyone. Everyone's got a part. There are so many different things you can do.
That is Nathan Booth from Richmond School and Sixth Form College, who spent almost a week on work experience with the Army. Right, it's 15 minutes past 8. Latest on the roads on the way. Next, here's The Cure and Friday, I'm in Love.